gotta love just the simplicity of nature sometimes. I can do my hands. I can take my hands being ashy. My elbows? I feel like that's a crime. I'm skating down the streets of Paris. They let me outside, y'all. I feel like every now and then I get reminders that I'm built like a toad. How you doing? If you're new to the channel, my name is Mike. I live and travel out of my self-converted camper van, and today I'm here in the Tonto National Forest. That word is funny because Tonto means like idiot or stupid in Spanish, and that's the national forest that I'm in. Forgive me if my sound or possibly look a little different. I somehow lost my camera, and so I'm using another one in the meantime. But I just really needed to get away from being in a city. I had been in a city for a little bit longer than I had wanted to. Just needed to handle some things and take care of some business, and it just been getting to me, and I just really need to reconnect and get back outdoors. I'll give you guys a quick walk around. So we have the van in its natural form. We have is that a lizard? I have a little fire pit here. Oh look, there's a hawk. He's diving after something. Fire pit here, good and trusty van. There's a little bit more area. There's a road back there. That's the road I came in on. And then there's another spot up there on that hill. I was up there earlier, but I looked down and saw this, and I would have a better view of this lake, and so I moved. So another thing that I've been wanting to be kind of mindful about was just basically how I'm taking care of my body. And so I want to get a quick workout in because I went on a run yesterday, quick 5K, and we did a small workout. I'm feeling it, and I'm like, oh man, it feels good to exercise, to move. And so I was thinking, I was like, I have the time. I have these here. These are my little push-up bars. I've had them since high school, so that's probably good 10 years by now. And while I was sitting here soaking up this sun, I was like, man, that'd be kind of awesome. Get a quick workout in with this view. So why not? Just wrapping up this little workout now, and this was I've had a rough couple weeks, and I've been mainly just taking it on day by day, going through each day. And at times I feel like it's good to just take a step back and just get away and just go to that special place or go to that place. And if you don't have a place where you could just be away from just the noise of the world and the noise of everything going on, definitely find one. For me, I don't necessarily have a specific place, but out in nature like I'm at now is that for me. And I feel like this has been long overdue to just step away for a minute. But it's been a really tough week, and I really want to share something that's big and important for me, and it's just about advocating for yourself, whether it be in the small sense of like you feel like you shouldn't be doing a certain thing, and someone's making you do it. Speak up for yourself. And if you yourself can't, speak to people, talk to people, communicate, because it's a lot going on. A lot of us feel like we're alone. A lot of us feel like there's no one out there that can understand you and hear you. There's someone out there that can understand you and hear you. If you can't go to anyone, I know I don't want to sound like I'm preaching to you, but go to God, because He is always there and He's always wanting to communicate with us. So as I'm sitting here, forgive the appearance. If me not having a shirt bothers you, here you go. But just really wanted to sit here and just share that with you guys, because it's been a really rough couple weeks for me. Just adjusting to needing to take care of so much stuff I've had to take care of. I'm helping people and just being around people. This might come as a shock to you, but I'm probably the most extroverted introvert you know. And I've been pretty drained from my social battery for a minute now, and so I'm really thankful that I could just come out and just be. So with the sun dipping down, you can imagine it's starting to get nice and cool pretty fast. So I'm gonna start whipping up dinner while there's still a little bit of light, and of course I have my light in here. So another thing that I wanted to do while coming out here was put something to the test. So I want to say thank you to Goldenmate for sponsoring this video. They sent me out the Goldenmate Orion 1000, and it is a 100 amp hour battery. I usually have 200 amp hours of battery, so I'm basically cutting my battery power in half. And I'm going to put that battery to the test by only using that battery alone. I've hooked it up here in the back of the van. I can show you guys a little bit later. And it's basically just going to be what I'll be powering the van from for next 24, 48 hours. Because I'm going to be out here for a little minute. And so I'm going to be putting that battery to the test. On top of just basically all of my normal things, we're going to see how this battery handles. It's going to get a little bit cold up here, so we'll see how it handles the cold. We'll see how this basically handles in general, because again, like I said, I'm going from 200 amp hours down to 100 amp hours, so basically just going to be half of my power. So let's see how it goes, man. Thank you again to Goldenmate for sponsoring this video. Goldenmate is a brand that specializes in LiFePO 4 lithium batteries and is committed to creating better, more durable, and more environmentally friendly lithium batteries. Their vision is to use the spirit of craftsmanship to create precision batteries and become a leading green new energy enterprise in the industry. The Goldenmate Orion 1000 also has many versatile applications, so it's ideal for RVs, DIY projects, solar systems, and emergencies, and many more applications. It has a flexible connectivity, so it adapts to series or parallel connection. There is a user-friendly control system, so you have the ability to monitor and manage the battery with an LCD, or if you would like to use the Bluetooth capabilities of downloading the Goldenmate app, you can access the application and use the app to access it. Thank you again to Goldenmate for sponsoring this video, and back to the fun. Alright, so let me, oopsie. Alright. There we go. Alright. Ooh. And then the man of the hour, this beef ramen from the other night. That's all it is to it. I'll be back with you shortly. And just like beat, rice is done. There's a moth. There he is. Oh, you want to get act? What are you up to? Just look at him. Let me see if I can find him. There's a moth in here, and me and him have been boxing for the past 5 minutes, and he's losing this fight. Look at him. Look at him. Just look at him. Just look at the size of his head. Don't let me get my hands on him. If I get my hands on him, I'm squeezing him by his hips. So food's just about done. It's boiling up pretty nicely. And so now, what I have to do is plate it. It's nice and steamy. And smells so good. Yeah, it's definitely gonna fill me up. All right, well now I'm just gonna sit, eat some food, wind down a little bit because it's feeling awfully cozy in here right now. And yeah, I'm pretty tired from the day. I drove up here, and then now I'm here, set up, did a little workout, cleaned up after, just made some rice and then reheat this. So I'm just gonna sit, hang out for a little bit. See you guys in a bit. Howdy. So real quick before I continue with the rest of the sleeping I've been up to, just been resting my bones. I have the heater going right now. There were no lights on just now, and since I have a conventional, just a regular old mini fridge, my inverter is always on, and the battery, of course, has been powering all of it right now. And so I wanted to do a quick check to see what percent of battery we're at, because I can see that I'm at about 13.1, 13.2 volts, which is pretty good. I believe one of my other batteries was damaged, and so it was reading a little bit lower, and it's a bit of a problem. So I'm glad. Shout out to Goldenmate again, because this will change a lot in this van. Let's check this battery percentage. So there's a little button here, and you can see 71%, putting out about 30 to 40 watts of power. My inverter is on, my heater is on, like I'm literally sitting right next to the duct. My heater is on, my fan, oh, perfect. So my fridge just kicked on. And so look, now we're putting out 90 watts. All of that is on and running, and the battery's only down to 70%. And I have done just about everything that I do normally. One thing I didn't do was play video games off the battery, but that's because I fell asleep. So, good morning. Well, it's actually late afternoon over here. I slept in quite a bit just because, you know, I have the ability to. And I didn't realize how tired I actually was. As you can see by where the sun's at, I think it was 3:30 when I checked. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Don't know where the time went. Man, I'm just living. All right, so quick review of the. Hold on, I got allergies. Okay, so quick review of the Goldenmate Orion 1000 last night. As I mentioned, I was going to be monitoring. I was going to be monitoring its performance. Basically, see how it did, how it held up. I'm going down from from 200 amp hours to 100 amp hours. So I'm assuming there was going to be like a big drop in how much battery life I had. And I think last night towards when I went to bed, it was around 60%. I woke up, it was around 50%. And so about 50% used throughout the whole day. And that's not that bad, considering my inverter is always on, my fridge is turning on and off, and it has a surge power when it turns on of around like 600 watts. Yada, 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 yada. Long story short, the battery held up pretty well. And so let me check on how it is now. Oh, what do you see? So on the screen there said right back up to 84%. So charged up about 34% just with the sun alone, because I have solar panels. And so yeah, it's back up like nothing happened, and it's holding voltage very well actually. So that was an issue I was having with one of my other batteries, because I bought two batteries basically at two different times. I've talked about this beforehand, and one of them was used and one of them was new. And so I've heard about, problems with having that, with doing that. And I actually did run into a problem with doing that, because the used battery was somehow damaged. I don't know how you damage a lithium battery, but it was somehow damaged, and my voltage was dropping pretty drastically. And so this battery's holding a consistent 13.3, 13.4, right, healthy. My other battery was dropping to about 13, 12.9, while it was in like the higher percentiles of being charged, like 90% charge at 12.9 volts. That makes no sense. So long story short, this battery's doing very well, and I'm happy to say, it's doing pretty well.
The van's running with no hitches. Like it's having no issues. I've done a lot of talking already. I'm hungry. It's like 3 something in the afternoon and I haven't eaten. I probably look just as wild as anything because yeah, I just got up, put clothes on, uncovered my hair. Like it's rough, but it's so peaceful out here. It's so quiet. All I'm hearing right now is wind because it's pretty windy right now, and that's beautiful. I'm not hearing anyone shouting, screaming, cars honking, driving, nothing. Just wind. And just now I heard a bird because he flew right past the door. But I'm hungry. Let's eat. So I made some turkey earlier up in the week, and I did so with the intention of having turkey quesadillas. And I think I'm going to change the direction on it just a little bit and just make turkey breakfast burritos. Even though, like I've said 97 times, it's not breakfast time anymore. But it doesn't matter because they still getting ate. They still getting ate. Let's grab these eggs, cheese, quesadillas. And then I'll grab the turkey in a second. Oh, I have green onions still. Are they still good? Yes, they are. And then the turkey. Very simple prep. So I'm going to cut up a few green onions, or I literally might just pull it apart by hand. They're pretty easy to manipulate. Oh no, is this mold? I just bought these. No, say it ain't so. I'm hurt. When did I buy these? I'm hurting. Alright, well, somehow 12 tortillas are gonna have to get thrown away. Oh, I'm hurting. I didn't even open them, so that's why I'm putting them back in there. Whoa, hey moth buddy. Good morning. He come crawling out of the back like he pay rent. Alright. Bone apple teeth. Very, very, very simple. The eggs and the turkey that I was talking about. Banana, then I'll have some water. Very simple breakfast. 4 p.m. breakfast. You gotta love it. These bees have been bullying me. I got woken up by a bee. He came in here making all this noise, slamming cupboards and stuff. And I had to open the door to let him out. And so I was just saying it because I saw a bee at my front window trying to get in. Hey, bro, what time are they on? So I'm gonna sit down and eat this and enjoy this view. Just like, look at this. Oh. Unreal. OMG. Oh my gosh. So I can use my little table here. This sun is no joke though. Okay. I lied. I'm going straight to that iced tea. That sweet tea. I'll see you guys in a minute. Sunset. It's a little chilly out, so I got the hood on, but beautiful sunset. A very calming, very peaceful day, and thank you for coming with me. I appreciate you all. If you would like to see more of my content, if you'd like to hang out with me some more, plenty more trips planned, plenty more things to do planned, just all around life and living planned, God willing.
feel free to give me a like, comment, subscribe, or not. You just being here is plenty enough. I'm gonna wrap up this day, even though it's really only like 5:30. There's not too much to do anyway. Where I'm at, there's no cell service, so it comes and goes. And so, just being out here, just taking a step back from it all. But again, thanks for joining me. Catch y'all on the next one.